So I think the game of YouTube, at least specifically for YouTubers, like who, have amassed and, have aggregated, I'm not trying to use like big vocabulary words, but who have gotten and accumulated a large amount of subscribers. I just want to first off and say, like, YouTubers are the most powerful content creators on the planet. They are, more than Instagram. And Twitter can kind of compete, but Twitter, it's mostly just words. It's written words. Like, YouTube is more powerful than Instagram, TikTok, all of them combined, because there is no other platform where someone can spend so much time with you in such a short amount of time, if that makes any sense. As in, like, usually someone is spending time with you for 10, 20, 30 minutes at a time, for example, like per video. That creates, and this guy on a motorcycle, that creates and generates so much trust, so much authority. And you're able to generate so much trust and so much authority more than anyone else on Instagram, TikTok, whatever the case may be. So YouTubers are in the perfect position to let's just say, make a lot of money and change a lot of lives. But it seems, and this is why I'm here and why I've created D-Ways Acquisition and what I'm doing this for, it seems like they always just choose the wrong paths. And of course, the right path, and the path is different for everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the right path might be the wrong path for one person, and the wrong path might be the right path for the other person. So, of course, it depends. The paths can change and stuff like that. But from what I've seen, people and YouTubers will choose the wrong path and then complain about choosing the wrong path, and they're unhappy with the path that they chose because they chose the wrong path. And it doesn't help with the fact that the online space is just, there's a lot of information that goes on about what's the right method and pathway. Because let's be honest, like, we've started our YouTube channels, we've started our businesses because we want to make money, we want to live free, without burden, and express ourselves through our businesses, express ourselves through our products, and through helping the people, that purchase our products. And so we don't have to live like a corporate job where we're forced to do. We want to live free. We want to live however we choose to live. That's why we started businesses ultimately. So why is it then that it seems like most YouTubers, they choose paths that, and I would say it could be also because of a lack of information, because of just like the amount of people screaming at them, telling them to do this, telling them to do that. But it seems like people and YouTubers choose a path that doesn't lead to this long term. I would say, and it seems like they cash out too early, and cash out wrongly. This is through the form of, course launches, building low ticket school communities, building Patreons, grinding and slaving away, creating video after video, hoping to get a lot of views so that they can then funnel those views into their cheap and, dare I say, shitty digital product. Like, digital products for most YouTubers are not going to be the correct option. And of course, it depends on what you want. Maybe if you want to hit like a 6-figure year, digital products will be fine, but you will be slaving. You will be slaving away. Like, you will be slaving away with the content you're going to be posting. You'll be slaving away with the creation of the digital products, constant launches of the digital products, because you're not going to hit 6 figures by just, having one launch of a digital product. You're going to have to do multiple launches unless you know how to actually, funnel and market people into your digital product, which most YouTubers just don't know how to do. And that's another conversation for another day. But it's because of this phenomenon that all of this works together into creating a big problem where YouTubers aren't getting the results that they want. That's just really it. YouTubers aren't getting the results that they want because they're trying to skip the process. They're trying to get to a place where only a certain amount of, let me focus on the drive. 1 second. They're trying to get to a place that only a select few people will ever be able to get to because they knew what to do from the jump. And I'm here to basically explain what that is. The biggest thing that's going to differentiate you in this online space and get you to be the top of the top, whether it's the top of the top of your niche, whether it's the top of the top in, of authority for your channel, and as well as just make the most amount of money. The biggest separator, and because I've been in this space for the past 2 years, I can see who's at the top and I can see who's not at the top. The biggest separator and differentiator is the amount of customer results that you have. The amount of customer results that you have and knowing what to do with the amount of customer results that you have. Because I've seen YouTubers with a lot of customer results, but they still don't know what they're doing. They still don't know how to use the customer results for their advantage, to improve, to make more money, to actually make money to begin with. Because, okay, you might have customer results and you still might not be making money because you just don't know what to do with the fact you have a lot of customer results. What the online space fails to understand is that customer results is the number one most highest form of leverage that there is. There is nothing else that's more important than customer results. I've seen it time and time again, and it's why I'm focused on it as well, for sure. But I've seen it time and time again that the people with the best customer results become and rise to the top of the top industry. I won't even say names because, you know what I'm saying? I gotta keep some secrets for myself because if I'm the only one that knows the game, there's no point in even sharing game that people might not even understand. So I'm just gonna share what I can right here. The biggest differentiator between the people who make the most amount of money and become the most successful and become and actually achieve the things that they want to achieve, which, like we said earlier, is the freedom to be able to do whatever the freak you want, because that's all we're doing this for, correct? We want to be able to do whatever we want with our lives. We want to feel free in order to do so. The biggest differentiator is the people who get the best results. Those are people who get the choice of pick of whatever they want. And you're not going to get great customer results by selling cheap digital products, cheap low-ticket communities. You're not. You're just not. It's information. People will use information and just go on along with their merry day. People will get the information, consume it, and just keep it pushing because information isn't transformation. That's the distinction I want to, make clear here. Information is not transformation. Transformation is what actually allows you to get amazing customer results. Transformation is actually what allows you to change someone's lives. And if you want to make a lot of money and actually become successful, in order to do so, you need to change people's lives. Digital products will always get washed out. Digital products will always get your audience will always get numb to digital products and to your constant launching of offers and information. Because information isn't enough you'll consume the information in the form of a low-tech digital product or a low-tech school community or a mid-tech course, whatever the case may be, and you'll keep on going along with your merry day. Because most of the time, 90% of people are going to consume the information, not even implement it into their lives. So because they're not implementing it, you're not getting customer results, which, like I said earlier, is the number one leverage point that to differentiate who becomes the best of the best. You can argue with a wall, because if you're arguing with that point, then you're not even in the game. So you're gonna get out of business, because you can't market over and over and over again different types of offers, even if it's different types of offers. Information will always get stale. Information will always, die out, especially if you're not even that good of a marketer to begin with and all that stuff. The biggest people in the game and the biggest people in the space have all created transformation and amazing customer results in their audience's lives. And if you're not optimizing to do so, you will lose. And I'll just give you a brief framework for how to actually implement that. Obviously, we help you do that at D-Ways Acquisition. I can show you how to build out the best offer, get the best results with that offer, and then productize that offer properly so that you can then get to the freedom and financial freedom and, just the freedom freedom of expression in your life. We'll show you how to do that step by step. It's not fast. It's not easy either. There's a lot of work, but the end reward is what makes it all worth it. Because in the end, those are the people who win. It's not the people who constantly have to relaunch, constantly have to create digital products, constantly have to, you know, like, just make things that don't actually cause change in someone's lives. Like, information is not enough in this day and age. Information can be looked up on, can be looked up on chatgpt.com. So there's obviously something wrong here. And if you don't catch up now, dude, I'm telling you, you're going to become a commodity. It doesn't matter what type of creator you are. So I'll give you the brief pathway that I have all my clients go through that will get you to the desired result that you want. Because the desired result that you want is always, for, if you're a human being, it's going to be freedom, it's going to be money, it's going to be love, it's going to be like family, all those things. But all of those things can be unlocked when you have the money to do so, because money, if we're going to just be honest, is a big, important fact of our lives that we cannot live without it. So why try to beat around the bush? What is this fool doing? Like, you went nowhere, fool. Sorry, road rage. No, but the brief pathway, the brief framework is you build a high ticket offer, a mentorship, working one-to-one very, very closely with 15 people. 15 people is the sweet spot. 10 is a little bit too less. 20 is too much. 15 is the sweet spot. You build a high ticket offer where you're working very, very closely to cause a significant transformation in one's life. 15 people, one-to-one, working very closely, doing everything that you can, being in the absolute trenches. Being in the absolute trenches with your customers to get them their result no matter what. You should work so hard that you should get 15 amazing results, 15 amazing transformations. You then turn these transformations into case studies. So you can use the D-Ways Acquisition case study framework and actually, you know, create case studies that are like, wow, like people see this and like, it's like market shifting, market breaking. People see this like, oh my gosh, he got such an amazing transformation. She got such an amazing transformation. You build them into amazing, amazing, amazing case studies. And because you worked very, very closely and got these 50 amazing case studies, you know what works. You know what gets results for customers and for your specific avatar that you're trying to help. You know exactly what it takes. Now, because you have these 15 amazing case studies and because you worked in the trenches with your customers, you know exactly what works. Now you can then build out a course. Or look at this fool, dude. This is the same fool from earlier. I'm not even kidding. Now you can build out a full program, course, whatever the case may be, that transforms the lives of your audience because you have proven that it does. So this is the actual good part about working closely and getting these 50 amazing case studies. You can now do whatever you want with your business. You can create an evergreen course where you don't even have to do coaching or calls. You can do a program where you maybe sell at a little bit higher price where you're doing coaching, you know, group coaching or one-on-one coaching. You hire a sales team. You know what I'm saying? You can do all these things. You can make your life more complex while making, and well, this is the thing. It doesn't have to be just complexity. More complexity means more money. Like, no, you can have less complexity equals more money, but you have to position your business correctly. And we're not going to get into that right now. But once you have the 15 case studies, now you can then start to productize and build out a full program, full course. It's my homie. Oh, brother. What happened?
Mark it right there.
All right. You can build out a full program, full course showcasing basically. Jeez, they got the cars out here today. I'm gonna wrap out because I'm like basically done. You then can start to productize once you actually get amazing results for your customer, and that's really the main thing. Results is the number one thing. So if you don't have these results, I mean, dude, you're gonna be losing compared to everyone else. And because I don't want to wrap up, I don't want to talk too much here. The full path is work closely, get amazing results, then use what you did to get those amazing results and put that into a course, a program. And now you have the free reign to scale to however much you want. Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. It's simple, and I'm in a rush, so I want to just like finish this here. This is what it takes if you want the true freedom, and if you want to actually separate yourself from people, from everyone else in your niche, because everyone else is going to do the normal easy path. It's easy in the short term, but in the long term, I'm telling you, you're going to lose. Take the long path, take the hard path, and reap the fruits of your labor in the future. I love you guys. Divine here, or divine out, whatever. Peace.